There's no such thing as strip Ouija.
So, strip tarot then?
We just put on a scary movie.
Well then, why'd you steal that from your client?
I didn't steal it. She owed me back money for home care.
Well, you know, if you didn't get caught with those pills, you wouldn't have to take these crappy care jobs.
That's BS. Every nurse steals pills.
It doesn't look like it's worth much.
I don't know. I guess it reminded me, hanging out with girlfriends, getting high, goofing off. Back in middle school. That's a long time ago.
Show me how it works then.
Okay. Come on. We call upon the spirit world. Spirits, tell us your secrets. In?
You doing this?
No. T. Y. Not yours. It's not yours.
What can I say? Snitches are everywhere, even in the afterlife.
Guess it wasn't as fun as I remember.
I remember something fun. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear nothing.
No, there's something. It's those damn Amish kids. Bunch of those little dickheads out on Rumspringa. They're partying out in fields and stomping on crops and shit. The other night they were out at the Brewsters and they had to go take a shotgun on them to scare them.
Oh, leave them alone. They're not hurting nothing.
No, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna scare them. Hey, where's that gun I gave you for our anniversary?
Probably up on your shelf in the closet, next to all those Peyton Manning jerseys.
Nope, here it is.
One day, you wake up and realize that a girl's never gonna climb into your van and ask you to dream of rock and roll, that the devil is never gonna lay a golden fiddle at your feet. And on that day, and on that day, and on that day, and on that day.
Thanks, Winnie.
No problem.
You have any time scheduled on the computer this morning, Winnie?
Sure. It doesn't look like we have any sign-ups today.
Well, it might be a good day to look for a job. More of a full-time gig,
Sounds good.
but there's not a lot of work around these parts, especially for an old warhorse like me. How's your dad's place going?
Oh, I think he's about as busy as he wants to be.
That's good. Maybe I ought to go over and see him. He always loves his music. Did I ever tell you about the time that we went up to Jay County and saw Three Dog Night? My older brother owned a '70 Chevelle, and we all climbed into the back of that.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, and that was good. Those were good times. Maybe it's best left at that.
Hello?
Hey, just checking in. Did you have breakfast?
You mean, am I eating and sleeping? Yes.
I'm not trying to mom you.
Well, that's good because our mom has left this plane of existence.
Zoe.
What?
The last time I was in here, there was an old lady with a rubber stamp.
We still have the rubber stamp.
I have some books to donate, otherwise it's the dump.
Is it from an estate?
Yes, my mother passed this winter. I live in Chicago and I'm just down here to clean and get stuff ready to sell.
Was that Juanita Gibbs?
Yes, her house. But these are my brother's books.
Lots of good science fiction in here.
It's what he loved.
Loved?
He passed away some time ago.
That was Joey, wasn't it?
Yes, my younger brother Joey. He died when we were teenagers, and I went to college and really never came back. My mom didn't change anything in his room, so here we are.
He killed himself, didn't he? Drove right off into Hourglass Lake. What? It was hard being a gay kid back then. Who could blame him?
Do I know you?
Might. I was on the championship basketball team when we went to the semi-state back in...
Jesus, not the basketball team. So can you use these?
They seem to be in good shape. If there's a couple that I can't use, there's a women's shelter down in Henry County. They take everything.
Good enough.
Wait, I'm on the town council now. I know things.
The town council? Where does it meet? A cardboard box? Did you even know me or my brother? I can't wait to shake the dust from this town off my shoes.
Well, there are places I gotta be.
The tap doesn't open until 11, Si.
Who said I was going to the tap?
Can I just get one thing?
What's that?
Can I get a couple ninjas?
Marlis.
Kidding, not kidding. Just give me something I can put in front of people here.
And why would I want to do that?
Zoe, the whole Sharpie Salander thing has worked for a while now, and I understand you don't want to do the convention circuit, but if you want to climb a little higher up the ladder...
But I don't. I sit at my kitchen table like I always do. I draw with my special pens. I drink from my special cup that used to belong to someone who had a very happy life. If you don't want me to keep sending you my pages so you can photocopy them and send them to my subscribers, then I'll find someone else to do it.
Is that what you want, Zoe? To keep doing it 1999 style? To keep photocopying your Phantoma comics and having me send them to people in the mail? It's getting too big for that.
Well, that's a shame because I stayed the same size.
A lot of people love Fletcher Hanks.
I hate Fletcher Hanks.
That's the first time I've heard you hate Fletcher Hanks.
Of course I hate Fletcher Hanks. He was a terrible person. He died a drunk. Phantoma and Stardust and Space Smith were all awful characters. That's why I have to save Phantoma.
It's cool. She's in the public domain. Keep doing what you want. People love what you do.
I would draw Phantoma even if she wasn't in the public domain.
So what do you love?
Grass Green. He did Zalcor, the human cat.
I know of it.
He was from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, cool. Another Indiana artist.
He was more than that, Marlis. You should read Super Soul comics.
Okay, I'll look into it. Maybe we could get the rights to Zalcor?
Phantoma needs saving. Zalcor does not need saving.
Okay, well, I'm just a fan on the business side of things. I'm trying to help. I'm out here for you.
Don't be an asshole. Tell her thank you.
Thanks, Marlis.
Just think about what I said.
You know, my mom always said, don't hide your light under a bushel.
See, that's good advice.
And she killed herself, so that's how that turned out.
You know you only have the one friend that's not your sister, right? You can't count me because I'm imaginary.
It is no use, mother dear. I cannot finish. You may blame Aphrodite, soft as she is. She has almost killed me with love for that boy. You may forget, but let me tell you this. Someone, in future time, will think of us. Sappho. Sappho. My heart. Poetry shows me that there is a life outside of this small town, that I don't have to be under a microscope, that there are other people, besides these people, that there are other people like me.
This world is full of all the things I wished I'd known.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Dad.
Fighting the good fight today?
Dad, did you know a kid named Joey Gibbs?
Know him? No. Know of him? Sure.
That's surprising. Wasn't the school a lot smaller back then, before consolidation? His sister dropped a bunch of books off at the library, and I think his journal was in it.
Yeah, I heard their mother passed away. But I reckon Rebecca didn't mean to give that away.
So you did know him?
Like I said, I know of the family.
Cy said Joey drove his car into a lake?
Yeah, it drove his sister out of town and about killed their mother. But she hung in there all these years.
Cy said he was gay. So, was he bullied?
Well, you know, Cy has viewpoints on everything. It was a different time, Winnie.
At the end, there's someone else's handwriting. His mother's, maybe? I heard her name was Juanita.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's almost like she's writing a letter to her son. Dad, I think it's the saddest thing I've ever read.
You might be putting some of your own mother onto that, don't you think? Do you really think you should be reading that, Winnie?
I just want to learn more about Joey.
Isn't there enough unhappiness in our own family?
I'm not going to just throw his journal away.
Well, I don't think you should do that, but if I remember right, the Gibbs have some family in the area, some cousins, I think. I could look them up for you. We got a band coming in later, but in the morning, I mean, they're not a good band, so they shouldn't be running too late. Just leave that here with me, and I'll check it in the morning. I remember back in the day.
Stevie Ray Vaughan was in town.
Back in 1986.
He had a concert in Muncie.
Dad still ran this place, and I was just hanging around taking out the trash back then. Stop me if you heard this one, okay? Did you talk to your sister today?
Yeah, Dad. She's fine.
Hello, walls. Hello, Marmee.
This is a good sleepy time poem. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep.
We always shared poetry. It was the one thing I understood about you as a son, and you understood about me as a mother. Now, Yeats was an old white man, but I pick him off the shelf these days. Let me copy this part down for you now. I kiss my wailing child and press it to my breast, and hear the narrow graves calling my child and me. Desolate winds that cry over the wandering sea. Desolate winds that hover over the flaming west. Desolate winds that beat the doors of heaven and beat the doors of hell and blow their many a whimpering ghost.
This is Cotton.
Yeah, this is Brownie.
Brownie, I don't hear from you too much these days. Tell me, do I need to put on my town council hat, my landlord hat, or my high school buddy hat?
Somebody dug up Joey's diary.
Who found it?
It doesn't matter.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
And?
And I burned it.
So why are you calling me for?
I just thought you might like to know.
Yeah. You know, if people would learn to stay in their own lane, we could make something out of this town.
Yeah, I think the bell already rung on that one.
A hell of a thing's just happened. Joey Gibbs' diary just sort of turned up out of nowhere.
Who told you?
Well, that'd be a short list. Si's a drunk, and Dwayne is dead.
Oh, does he still have it?
Now, don't you worry about that.
Then what do you want, Cotton?
I called you because we're friends, LQ. You and I are going to be friends forever.
Dad?
Last time I talked to you was in the school library, and now here you are again. I guess I only went the one time, though, so.
Last time I saw you was at a football game, but I only stayed for half.
So when did you get back?
When I told you. Only there was no one to come pick me up at the airport.
So how'd you get here, son?
Various rides.
You hitched all the way from the airport?
I'm knee deep in the big sandbox. I wasn't afraid some Henry County farmer was gonna rob me. So you still tell I'm drunk, Dad?
I am not.
Oh, okay, so you're just a drunk then. And some of the old townspeople catching up to you?
As it happens, I'm on the town council.
Which one of the starting five on the Mighty Vikings got you that gig?
Nobody. It just so happens that Cotton is the council president. And I was appointed when old Charlie Majors died.
Not a damn thing has changed. You're all still parading around town. You're acting like Cotton scored that winning goal like day before yesterday. You're the kings of a ghost town.
What gives you the right to come back here and call your father a drunk after 2 years gone?
Well, I got a different picture in my head when I was gone. And that was my fault. Look, I'm sorry, Winnie. I just thought that you, more than anyone, would be able to find a way out.
Gonna get that?
Hey, Marlis.
Hey, Zoe. Hey, sorry we got off wrong-footed yesterday.
We didn't.
We did.
I've just been really high on your work recently. Like, a couple years ago, I was just like you, putting my drawings up on Tumblr, and now here I am, filling in drawings for the big two, and I mean, I'm about to make my big break. Well, I guess not exactly like you, considering you don't have a Tumblr. Or a web presence. Or even an email address. You know, sometimes when you talk to me on speakerphone, I kind of imagine you talking to me on like one of those phones Donna Reed uses in It's a Wonderful Life.
No, it's actually a phone booth. Hold on, I've got to put in another nickel.
That's not true. I can hear the marker squeaking. Hey, listen. I know I can't get you to go to conventions or to come visit up here, but what if I came to you? Zoe?
No, it's just that I have a lot of allergies, and there's actually a lot of restrictions to coming. Even my own family doesn't want to do it.
I'm sure it's no problem.
Well, first, you can have no jewelry on, and your purse has to stay in your car. You have to wear all brand new clothes and shoes, and before you come, you have to mail me the receipt so I can check and make sure that it's brand new.
Doesn't sound weird or anything.
I can make that happen, Zoe.
Okay, I'll check my calendar and get back to you.
Your calendar is right there on the fridge. It says you're free every day, forever.
Okay, talk soon.
You're not letting her come here, are you? Make yourself a cup of tea in the mug that one nice old lady had. Just think about it.
Howdy, Brownie.
Howdy. Coffee's in back.
Coffee? Where's the good stuff?
I don't have a liquor license.
That never stopped your daddy. Don't you have a cooler backstage? You got a show here tonight?
Yeah, but something you wouldn't be interested in. We rarely do classic rock acts anymore.
When we were running around, that was called rock.
That it was.
My son's back.
Yeah, I heard. Glad he's back in one piece.
Yeah, it's good. Did you ever go back to think about when you were that age and younger?
No, not much.
Probably best not to set up shop back there. Dwayne's gone and the rest, well, we don't see as much. Dwayne died in a farming accident, a hell of a thing. He was the most careful of all of us.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah, his daughter lives down in Indy now. She's got a good job. Wife remarried. I guess things just keep rolling along. She sold you that old raggedy scarecrow, didn't she?
She did. I needed a scarecrow. Besides, it was something Dwayne made. I mainly use it for decoration.
Huh. And I bet you paid top dollar for that thing. You got a good heart, Brownie. It's like that championship game when you were coming down the court and you had a wide open shot. A wide open shot. But you passed the ball off to Cotton, and Cotton made that layup, and he got to be the hero. I always wondered why you did that.
I've got to drop off all of Mom's clothes at the shelter and then take some stuff to an auction house and... No, I can't just take everything to the dump. No, listen, in another day or two, it'll be ready to sell and then I'll be back. Shit. No, I think a raccoon or something got into the garage. God, I'd hoped I'd never see another raccoon in my life. Look, I'm gonna have to call you back. What the hell?
Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. Green sleeves was my
So, we really gonna pump up the jams this morning? You know, we could go to Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne?
Yeah, I'm not saying go to Australia. We could drive there in an hour or so. I got shotgun.
Why would we do that?
See where Grass Green lived.
I doubt there's like a monument or anything. Our names are writ in water. Ink.
I bet we can find out where he lived, where he worked.
Come on.
At least draw me, what's his name? Zalcor the Human Cat?
No.
Wildman and Rubber Roy.
No!
I'm lonely, Zoe.
I'm right here.
No. I'm lonely in here, just like you were lonely out there.
I'm not lonely.
You chose this.
I had to choose this.
Zoe? Zoe? That's not Grass Green, is it? Who is that?
Dad. You heard?
I'm sorry you're the one who found him.
Do you have coffee on today?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Oh, God. I might have been the last one to drink from you. That was high school. I know Cy was an old friend.
We had drifted a long ways apart, but yeah, he was an old friend. He was actually in here yesterday, for whatever reason.
I didn't know.
The first concert my dad let me book in here was the Dead Milkmen. Me and Cy and Cotton, Dwayne and LQ, we ran with those guys all night. And most of that weekend after. We had more music in here back then. You close the library?
I'll open back up when the county police are done.
Maybe you should just call it a day.
No, it's better if I just...
So, they're calling it a suicide.
Yeah,
He
slit his own throat.
drank a lot. For various reasons.
But why the library? I mean, I know he was there all the time, but why?
It's going to kill downtown real estate.
Yeah, how you were going to make out on the whole deal is probably not what was on Cy's mind at the time.
I heard that Cy's kid just got back from Afghanistan. Next thing you know, the two of them are arguing in the library just yesterday.
What has that got to do with anything?
You know those army types.
Hey, you know I was in Desert Shield.
You're making my point.
You saying Prentice had something to do with it?
All I know is back in the day when Pops was town marshal, back when we had a town marshal, he would have bruised some knuckles, but he'd have got to the bottom of this right away.
Oh, is that what your Pops would have done? Got to the bottom of it?
I'd hate to have to take my fears to the buzz cut guys in the county or to the state troopers. I mean, his kid just got back to town and now Cy is dead.
If you're calling me to fill a seat on the town council, call Brownie. He's the next one off the bench.
You're talking like you're above all this? I'm the only one that's above all this. You call yourself a handyman? That's just people throwing you pity work. I'm the one that kept Cy out of the county lockup all these years, out of pity. And the only people going to Brownie's place anymore are going there out of pity. So you need to take a good hard look at everything.
Yeah, I took a hard look once, Cotton. And this is how it turned out. No to the town council and no to everything else.
LQ?
Hey.
Sorry, Tammy, I thought you were Cotton.
You sober?
Yeah. You asking as a sponsor or my girlfriend?
Both?
You're not supposed to be both.
Are we gonna get into that right now?
Not really.
Well, I heard that one of your cousins, Paige, was killed the other night by her boyfriend. I was just wondering if you'd heard about it yet.
Yeah, I heard.
I think they were both messed up in a couple things. You know, it kind of runs in the family, right?
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what her reasons or excuses or whatever were. I only know mine. And the truth is, they never really go away. But sometimes they just come back at you faster than other times.
You want to talk about it?
I'm not sure I ever will.
That's not good.
No, I mean, you're right, it's not. Hey, actually, you know, there is one thing. I had this dream last night. Do you remember the old teen picture I showed you?
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys, Dwayne, the one who got killed in the farming accident, well, in the dream, I saw him out in this field, and he was wearing his Letterman's jacket. And from a distance, he looked just like he did back in the old days. And he was trying to tell me something.
What was it?
Well, that's just it. I couldn't make out what he was saying. And the funny thing is, I'm not sure if I'm sorry I couldn't hear it, or happy I couldn't hear it.
Prentice.
There's nothing to say. I just came to tell you I'm leaving. I have a friend who's gonna drop me off in Indianapolis on his way through, and I'll figure it out from there.
What about the funeral?
That's all that's keeping me here. Looks like I said my goodbyes a couple of years ago. Why are you still here?
What do you mean?
Well, I just didn't think I'd see you when I got back. I just figured that you'd move on to bigger things.
I didn't think you ever noticed me. The older students never pay attention to the younger ones, and jocks certainly never notice nerds.
Yeah, well, I wasn't like most people. Neither were you.
Well, I have my dad who needs me, and my sister, although I don't see her often. And it would be really hard for them to find another librarian who would want to come to a small town like this, and
A dying town. I'm not going to come back here, I don't think.
I'm not going anywhere.
Good luck, man.
What the hell just happened?
This is Willick.
Benny? Benny, it's Rebecca. I thought I'd take a chance and see if you had your old number.
Yeah, the number was available, so I got it for my cell phone. Makes it easier for old friends. I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
Yeah, well, we weren't close. I suppose everyone knows why.
I suppose.
So, Benny, I'm calling about your day job. I think someone broke into the old house and took some stuff. I mean, just junk I was going to get rid of anyway, but still.
Well, it's a small town. Everyone knows your mom passed, but might not know you're in town cleaning things up. I can have a county car swing by a little more often.
Wasn't all that long ago that you and I were driving around the country looking for ditchweed.
That's a different world. Music was better, teeth were better, nobody was stealing copper out of old houses. You in town much longer?
Well, I head back to Chicago in the morning. I don't know what I'm going home to exactly, so...
Okay, then. Well, I gotta get going, Rebecca. Stay safe.
Yeah, you too.
Damn, she sounds the same.
Damn. Hello? Joey?
And then he said I was like a cross between his mom and the mom in Friday the 13th.
Ew, that's what you get for meeting a guy at a corn maze.
Don't worry, it's over. Or it will be.
Are you gonna use bleach?
Don't you worry about me. Maybe I'll catch you out there. Bye.
Laters.
Swipe, 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 swipe. Yeah, right. Killing Craigslist much? Swipe, swipe. Unknown color, black.
What you doing?
Just working some kinks out.
What you drawing? Am I going to throw that? Is that water? Is that car underwater? Remember Flaming Skull, kind of my thing. Zoe, what are you doing?
I don't know. It's Winnie. It's past lunch. Winnie's not supposed to call past lunch. Marlis calls after lunch. Winnie calls in the morning.
Sister, don't you think you got other problems?
I'm alive. Hey, Winnie.
I'm not asking you to come to Thanksgiving. I'm not even asking you to send me a picture of you holding a newspaper with today's date.
We don't have a town paper anymore.
I'm just checking in. I'm your sister.
Zoe?
Thanks, Winnie.
You're welcome.
But call in the morning tomorrow.
Zoe, I'm sorry. There's a lot going on that you don't know about. Zoe? LQ? Did you let yourself in?
What the? How can that be?
So the daughter took the deal on the Gibbs place?
They did.
That's because you were able to keep my name out of it. Thanks for that.
It's what I do.
Sounds good. Hang on, I got another call coming in. This is Cotton.
Cotton, it's Ben Willick.
What can I do for you, Benchy?
Damn it, Cotton, don't call me Benchy. I haven't played basketball in 25 years, and I'm on county now.
All right then. Benny.
Listen, I'm calling about LQ. There's been an accident out at his place, and he's dead. Bled to death before his girlfriend came by and found him. Seems like a careless way to go. He was using a table saw.
Well, that doesn't sound right. He worked a lot with his hands.
Looks like you were the last person to talk to him, according to the cell phone he had on him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Just want to know if he had something else on his mind. Maybe fell off the wagon. I guess I just want to know what you guys talked about.
Same as we always talk about. The old days.
Cotton?
You don't think he wanted to...
It could have been like when old Dwayne went into that thresher. Right now we're looking at everything. It's not like the old days when the town cops could just look out for people here and there and do what they wanted. You know what I mean, Cotton?
Say, did you hear that Cy's kid is back in town?
What's that got to do with the price of corn?
You tell me. It's like you said. It's not like the old town cop days.
Forgot something?
No, this is new. I know LQ used to walk around with his hand out a lot, but that's because he was too damn proud to sell his grandpa's acres up in Randolph County. Put your nose out a little bit. Those may be ready to move.
You got it.
You know, I ended up with a fair amount of sorry bastards in my time, but this may just turn out all right for me in the end. Call me back.
Hello?
Hey, just checking in.
Proof of life, day 4,382.
Okay.
Sorry, rough night.
Dreams?
It's like always. It's the waking part I have to worry about.
I wish things were different. Right now, especially.
Well, it's just the way things have always been. You were always more like Dad, and I've always been more like Mom.
I mean, we chose sides in the divorce when we were kids, but that was then. We can see what happened, why it happened a little more clearly now.
Can we?
You can't stay boarded up at Mom's house while I'm the only one checking on Dad every day for the rest of our lives.
Can't we?
This is Willick.
Benny, this is Tammy. I'm sorry.
It's no trouble, Tammy. I'm here to do what I can for you.
I know it. You've always been one of the good ones, but LQ was really struggling.
I know some of it, but he's past now. That doesn't matter.
Oh, it's more than that. LQ thought he saw Dwayne Gray in a dream, and then the morning that it happened, I thought I saw LQ in a dream too.
Well, I'm sorry to know that. I'm sure it's hard.
It all comes back to the team. The old basketball team.
Well, I was on that team and I wasn't on that team. I wasn't a starter, and back then that was everything.
Now it's nothing. But it meant something to LQ and Cy and the others, and there was more to it, Benny. There was something else there.
So then there were two.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. And another way, I wonder why it's taken so long to happen.
What do you mean by that?
Never mind.
I got a call from Benchy earlier. I put him onto Cy's kid while I had him on the line.
What do you have against him anyway?
Well, Cy was always the weak link in the chain. And the bad apple never falls far from the tree. Look at your own two. At least one of them takes after her mother's branch, and look at how that's going. Brownie?
You know, one day you think you're the king of the hill for all this time. And the next day you realize you're just standing on a trash heap.
That's no trash heap. That's a recycling center. That's what the town council passed. Where'd you hear otherwise? Let me call you back. Those damn dogs. Catalina! Get in here and clean up this mess. Catalina! Damn it, what am I paying you for? There's no way.
Public Library, this is Winnie.
Winnie, this is Ben Willick at the County Sheriff's Office. I don't know that we've met.
Sure, I've at least heard your name. Didn't you and my dad play basketball together?
Well, I only kind of played. Hey, listen, Winnie, I heard Cy's boy Prentice was at the library the other day, and him and his dad had words.
I wouldn't call it words exactly.
Well, do you know where he got off to? I'd like to talk to him about it.
He said that he was going to catch a ride to Indy. I'm not sure where he's going to try to go from there.
Do you know how I can get a hold of him?
I'm sorry, I don't.
That's really too bad, Winnie. You remember Dwayne Gray's daughter, Claire? I don't know if you two were in school together. This isn't public knowledge, but she hung herself today in her apartment up in Indianapolis. And that's not the worst news today, although it hurts when a young person dies. Cotton Booth took his own life tonight. His maid was upstairs and heard the shot. And that was one cuss that I thought was going to outlive us all.
What does this have to do with Prentice?
Well, maybe nothing. Probably nothing. But his dad kills himself, L.Q. Swain dies in an accident, Dwayne's daughter ends it, and then Cotton shoots himself? I don't know. Maybe all it is the luck in this county is finally running out. A lot of people say the last good thing to happen is when Cotton took that last-minute shot at the basketball game. I had a good seat for that. Maybe I've got a good seat for the end of it all. Maybe that's all. Been thinking a lot about country roads today. Used to think I was too cool for John Denver. Now I know I was never cool enough. I know this is all strange, but it's been a strange couple of days.
I understand, sir. But I'm sorry. I have to go. Dad.
Winnie, what's gotten into you?
I had to see you. I had a feeling.
A feeling?
Not like Zoe. I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Everything just seems upside down at the moment. Did you talk to Zoe today?
Dad, no. No, I haven't talked to Zoe. I'm worried about you. Can't you see what's happening?
What do you think's happening, Winnie?
You're friends, Dad. Look, where's Joey's notebook?
Well, I told you I was going to look up his cousins, and I was...
Where is the notebook?
This has been coming for a long time.
I didn't draw this. Phantom? Winnie?
I would burn a barn if I could get away with it.
All these goddamn country roads look the goddamn same. I wouldn't live out here for $1 million.
I'll shoot that dog if I see it again. Nobody can put that on me because nobody will know nothing about it.
Now.
I done got away with it once.
Just don't look at nobody when you're riding. You don't got to be in
If somehow I just lost a couple fingers,
kill nobody in that
I think the insurance would pay off the farm. I could get by without a couple fingers. I don't play the piano or nothing. I don't got Facebook. I can live without a couple fingers. Damn it, I just need one thing to go
I lied to you, Winnie. Joey Gibbs was my friend. And his death has been hanging over this town for all these years.
I remember the first vacation we took in this old car to Mammoth Cave. It rained the whole time, but we had fun though. I forget all the games, slug bug and whatever. Plus, the boys had this little magnetic chess set. I don't think they ever played it right. Then there was that trip to Florida. I think it was North Carolina.
Thank God.
Oh, Jesus, the kitchen door.
Zoe? You left the back door key where you always do. You really ought to stop doing that. Don't touch me.
Zoe, there's something out there.
I know. It's the old Scarecrow. The one from the old farmstead. And before that, it was at Dwayne's. And before that, he took the shirt from somebody as a kid. Now I'm guessing there's a lot of people who aren't too happy about him doing that. And plenty of other things. Dad, who'd he take the flannel shirt from?
I better check on the back door.
Zoe, how? Because I had to. And it sucks. Tell her, Dad. Tell her why it killed the others.
I don't know.
Cy, LQ, Cotton, Dwayne's girl when Dwayne was already out of reach. Go on, Dad.
Joey showed me his diary. It was a different time back then. I told the other guys on the team. I told him what he wrote in it, what I read in there. I knew that Joey drove up to Hourglass Lake, sometimes to ride in it. And I told the other guys. That's all I did. I swear, I didn't go up there. I heard about what happened later. Heard that Cotton and the other guys, they went to the lake. They beat him up pretty bad. Joey fell and hit his head. And they got scared. They got scared and they put him in the car and they pushed it in the lake. Cotton's dad was the town marshal back then. Everybody knew that Joey was different. Nobody was going to make a big deal about it. Cotton's dad took care of everything for them. But you gotta understand, I didn't mean for it to go that far.
Dad, why would you?
Because I didn't want him to find out about me. I didn't want him to turn on me.
But, Dad, you weren't there. You didn't...
Yes, I did, Winnie. In my own way, I did.
Dad, no!
I don't want it to take you like it took Dwayne's daughter. I gotta make sure it takes me.
You know that won't work, Dad. We're not your real daughters. You're gay, Dad. You have to have sex with women to have kids. Mom knew. Mom always knew you were involved. She knew the same way I know. She knew from the voices. She knew from things people touched. She knew from the past. That's really why she killed herself. It wasn't the divorce. It wasn't because you love men. And the Scarecrow isn't Joey Gibbs come back for revenge. It's not his mom. It's you, Dad.
Joey was my first love. But I also loved your mother. That crazy girl I brought home from college. I love you girls.
Dad, no!
The Scarecrow was you, and it wasn't just you, it was everybody. It was Cy's guilt and LQ's and Cotton's disdain for anyone weaker than him. It was everybody. Or, you know, that's just what I cobbled together without leaving the house.
You girls need to stop fighting. In the end, you'll always have each other, and that's it.
Zoe, don't let go.
I hear Mom.
One day, you wake up and realize that a girl is never going to climb into your van and ask of you to dream of rock and roll, that the devil is never going to lay a golden fiddle at your feet. And on that day, you have to learn to be who you are, to be yourself.